very consistent. You know, it's all about kind of lining up everything. They've had their health issues. You know, they've had different starting lineups. You see Jay Will in the starting lineup today, as well as Wiggins, you know, because of missing, you know, key personnel. You just play the game out. And the Thunder have done a really good job of finding areas of the game that you want to watch, but they've done good at, folks. And that's that painted area. They've been able to get into the paint very consistently, scoring over 50 points in all 6 games so far.
Shea going to work right away. Kicks it out with Jay Will getting the start, and the three-point shot is out. First start of the season for Jay Will. 4th start of the season for Aaron Wiggins. There's no Dort, no Chet Holmgren. We'll certainly get into more of those guys. And Zion dishes outside. 3-point shot, that is good. And down for Jeremiah Fears, the 19-year-old who played his college ball in Norman.
I tell you, he's got a nice shot. He's off to a great start, too. One of the bright futures for this team. They've got some really good open looks from downtown. You know, always a positive sign. The guy's got plenty of time to line up that shot. And that's the guy you don't want to let a line have plenty of time in Aaron Wiggins.
Nice find, nice skip pass, too, to the open Wiggins, who's never afraid to shoot it. He's been so good and reliable. As there is Zion getting to the free throw line, and nobody gets to the free throw line more than Zion per game. He averages over 11 free throws. That is #1 in the NBA because he is just so physical inside.
Yeah, and he knows how to use that body, too. He's got a big body, too. I was looking at him in the pregame. Man, that guy's got great size and agility.
Let's take a look at today's Paris Devon injury report. DeJounte Murray, the Achilles injury, has been hampered by injuries over the last couple of years. Chet Holmgren missing his 3rd consecutive game. J-Dub. Dort is the one that's new. He's got an illness. He was a scratch for today's game. So Dort not playing this afternoon. As Zion goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Quick hit-ahead pass. Wiggins attacks, goes right to the cup. He's got the first 5 points. A very aggressive Wiggins getting the start this afternoon.
You know, Nick Gallo was just talking about moments ago how fast that game was against the Wizards. Plays like that really got the Thunder the advantage. They were flipping the script on the Wizards, who like to run as well.
Murphy, good offensive player. Outside, and Herb Jones, the 3-point shot as he finds the bottom of the net. And Jones, who missed the majority of last year with a shoulder injury, is back healthy.
He's one of those guys who can shoot and keep the pressure off of Zion Williamson. The Wizards will need to keep making shots like that.
Wiggins trying to give it right back to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein gets fouled. You see Hartenstein in a major hub of offense.
You know, I think he's one of those guys who's underrated as a passer, Hartenstein. But here's that play we were talking about moments ago, and the pace of the game, not allowing the Wizards to set it up. Little transition buckets. Once again, the Thunder still get to the desired area of the game, is getting in that painted area.
Cason Wallace off the deck, and he's going to get the soft bounce. It danced on the rim a couple of times before going in.
How about that? Both teams knocking down 2 threes early within the first 3 minutes.
Fears, and he's got a good stroke. Not the biggest player, but he has certainly looked so good over the first 5 games of the year.
Especially, you know, obviously being as young as he is and getting starts.
Hartenstein, and he had the land, and he scores inside on a nice dump down pass.
That's how you kind of create a nice little balance, you know, to the game, is when you're able to get points from the outside, those 2 threes, and you get buckets going to the paint.
SGA is going to step into that 3-point shot, but we get a whistle and a foul away from the ball. I believe this is going to go against Jones.
How about this? Nice high pick and roll. And it's nice to see the roller get those points out of there at times. Look at this here, nice little soft, silky touch. Little backspin on it. Cason said it's going in. I'm running down the floor. It was still bouncing on the rim. He was already running down the floor. That's confidence.
That's shooter's touch there, Mike. You see the backspin, the soft touch. Not all shooters have that. Some guys, it comes off a little harder.
Comes off a little bit hard. And he says, to my point, as we continue to talk about Casey Wallace. He said, this is what you really been wanting to see in case you were doubting that last shot where it bounced around the rim. Straight in.
I'll just take the rim out of the equation this time. Fears cutting through, back outside. Jones, no good. Weak side rebound as it skims the rim to Hartenstein.
Good battle inside by Hartenstein, keeping Williamson off the glass.
Wiggins had a notion, gives it right back. Hartenstein, that push shot that he loves, hasn't quite been there in the early part of the season. Still something that he's got a lot of confidence in. As Wallace right up into the grill of Fears, the rookie, who goes inside off balance and still able to find the angle.
Man, tough finish. He was practically behind the backboard and somehow banked it in.
Got 8 after the first 12 points. Jay Will is open. And he finds the bottom of the net. A smooth stroke for 3.
Yeah, 3 for 5 from downtown for the Thunder. They continue, excuse me, folks, that's 4th. Shooting a little bit over 66%.
Coming off of a season high 16. As that one is tapped over to the sideline. And you get a fresh 14 seconds if you're New Orleans. Murphy never afraid to launch from way behind the line. SGA, I think he's seen that happen a few times. He had that hard closeout, got a piece.
I'm not really sure why he took that shot. There was 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, Hartenstein sneaks in. Didn't want to grab that rebound, didn't he? See his SGA in the reverse as he's able to spin it home right across the baseline. Thunder have the offense humming along here. First 4 minutes and 40 seconds. It's been the three-point shot, but Shea said, I can still get inside. Look, today's Riverwind Casino wild card keys to the game. Michael.
Well, the Pelicans like to get into that painted area, so you got to protect the paint. Over 56% of their shots are in that area. Steals add up. How about the Thunder? 16 steals a couple of nights ago against the Wizards. Look, to be disrupted on defense again. Now, as much as the Pelicans like to get into the paint, so do the Thunder. So crack that paint as well. Thunder over 50 points in the paint in all 6 games, courtesy of Nick Gallo. I always like to give people credit when they slip me a little nugget that'll help me out with some of the Cade's keys.
Gallo's got them all, man. You need anything, Thunder, just ask Gallo. He'll hook you up. You got to go through me first, though, during the game. There's a steal and a turnover.
That's a good steal that time by Jay Will, poking it away from Williamson. Man, he's getting ready to go in there like a bowling ball.
Shea going to work on Zion. Pulls up in the mid-range, and SGA right over the top makes it look easy.
Everything's working for the Thunder right now. 7 field goals on 7 assists. Shooting over 66%.
Shot no good. There's a rebound on the offensive end by DC. Brandon Carlson is into the game. Back over to Fears. Now you got under 5 seconds. Short clock. Fears going to look to shoot. Mismatch. Taller Carlson heaves it up. It got the rim, but now it's loose underneath. And BC threw it into the backcourt right to Casey Wallace. He's got speed. Dumps it off. And Carlson with the excellent finish. In transition. Not an easy play.
Well, great hustle play. Picking up that loose change off the floor. Getting out in transition for the Thunder.
There is a quick response 3 by Jones.
He's got a couple already here in this first quarter. The Pelicans are doing more damage from the outside than inside right now.
He's averaging just over 8 points per game on the year. But they leave Wiggins wide open. You don't want to do it as he splashes home the 3.
A little miscommunication by the Pelicans. That time Jay Will was well aware of that. Pelicans in a zone defense. He got to the middle and kicked the ball out.
Good recognition in that zone, Mike. And leaves a shooter wide open. Right now the Thunder are shooting it well from 3. Zion back to the basket, back outside. Jones looking for another one, and he's got another one. Herb Jones right now is on fire from 3.
A couple of nights ago in LA, it was Jordan Poole for the Pelicans. Now it's Herb Jones, the hot man. There's that zone defense we were talking about. Just All about good passes.
Wiggins once again, and Carlson is there.
I know. I was like, oh, who is that guy? Not Brandon Carlson. The Tim Jam.
He's got that headband going. And look at Casey Wallace. He is all over Murphy. Lowers the shoulder. They're going to call a foul.
How can you not call?
Jay Will.
How can you not call that when he lowered his shoulder and went right into him? You cannot not call that. Take a look at this. He's just standing there.
And Mark Daigneault is going to take a timeout and challenge. He looked over to the bench. He did have a conversation with Pat Frayer. And he's thinking that even though Jay Will was moving, he was still in legal guarding position. We'll take another look. This call under review is brought to you by Pella of Oklahoma, official window and door partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the officials are still having a conference about this potential call to be overturned on the lowering of the shoulder from Zion into the body and chest of Jalen Williams, who is as good as anybody, Micah, when you think about him navigating that restricted area and being able to take contact and absorb contact. This isn't one of your straightforward charges. He was still moving, but was he legal?
On review, there's been approximate foul deemed on this play for Williamson's creating illegal contact to a legal defender. Therefore, this is going to be overturned to an offensive foul. Challenge is successful. Play will resume with OKC's possession on the side. OKC gets charged with a timeout, but retains the right to challenge.
There's the explanation from Pat Frayer, and as we take another look at this, you can still be moving, and Jalen Williams is clearly in legal guarding position.
Well, and he's one of the better charge takers in the association. Just kind of read Williamson perfectly. He knew he was going to go in there. He knew he was going to get hit, and he knew it was going to be a massive hit, too. You can't flop that one. Not with a guy like that who likes to lower his shoulders. Just timed it very well. And a good challenge by the Thunder as well.
Mark Daigneault's going to keep that challenge. And he'll have one more for the remainder of the game, but it keeps Zion off the free throw line. Kevon Looney has come in for New Orleans. Saw that trap deployed there quickly on SGA out on the perimeter, but a foul was called.
It's so hard to not reach on him when you trap him.
Mitchell attacks, and he's going to go to the free throw line. And he's going to get free throws. Quick question, Michael. If you're a defender and you're going up against a guy like Zion, and you know he's going to be physical, and he's just got such a big frame, and he's going to try to go into your chest the same way that he went into Jalen Williams' chest, how do you stand your ground without fouling and still be physical with him after this read?
I'll tell you when you pay that bill.
There's no better place to catch a game than Paycom Center. Come join us for Military Appreciation Night on Tuesday, November 11th at 7 p.m. when the Thunder host the Golden State Warriors. Head to OKCThunder.com/buy tickets to claim your seats today. All right, the check's been written and signed. What do you got?
Larry Johnson, you remember ball player from a long time, played UNLV, long time NBA player. Same type of game, just barrel in there. And man, you just have to know he's gonna go either left hand or right hand. Zion likes to go left. And he's gonna go right into you with that left hand. That's gonna be a turnover by the Pelicans. So you just gotta read him right. And I thought Jay Will did a great job. He read him right that time. Now, you're not always successful, but he read him right on that particular play. And as you mentioned, it kept him off the free throw line. Thunder won that challenge, still got one in their pocket.
Shea this time tries the other side of the floor for the mid-range shot. And that one just as successful as the first one, as SGA's got 6 here in this first quarter. Alvarado dealing around. Sadiq Bey, and the scoop is in. Sadiq Bey's bounced around the league a little bit. With his college ball at Villanova.
Had some good years, too, in Detroit.
SGA this time puts it on the deck. Nobody there to slow him down for the Pels. And SGA an easy two.
Well, not only are they playing hard, but they're playing smart because there's not a shot blocker out there. And how about this?
Caruso on the other end. He was ready for the handoff. He'll take it for the jam.
I don't know what to call these guys, you know, in a sense of how active their hands are. You just really cannot afford to make a slow or sloppy pass around them.
Oh, they will punish you, Mike. You're absolutely right. Carlson, no. Long rebound, and Caruso can't save it out of bounds. I mean, some of the numbers on the defensive side coming out of the Washington game were just staggering, because you're right. I mean, any kind of casual handoff, and they're going to knock it away. They're going to get a deflection. Hit 16 steals, 32 deflections, 10 loose ball recoveries, and 23 turnovers forced against Washington.
Wow, that's a massive numbers. Massive number. Those 16 steals is the highest so far in the association this year.
Murphy, and the sidestep with Carlson in the vicinity. Trey Murphy the third, a tough one.
That's a nice move, too. Got up in the air, got some elevation, jumped on one side of the basket, and flipped it in on the other side.
See what Shea decides to do. He's got the height advantage. Double team came over. It's going to leave Caruso wide open, and he's going to make New Orleans pay. You have to pick your spots on the double team, and Caruso cans the three.
Well, here's what's happening. The double team is really slow by the Pelicans, and it's allowing the Thunder to make that quick pass, and that guy's got plenty of time to take that three-point shot.
Murphy. Seems like the deeper that he is, the more he wants to shoot it.
He's got a nice stroke. Very athletic, too. There's that double team. That's a better double team that time by the Pelicans. Had Shea going backwards to find Carlson. But that other guy has to rotate over as Jordan Poole not able to knock it down. Man, he had a heck of a ball game in Los Angeles with those 30 points off the bench. Misses his first attempt tonight.
He can be a bit of a dynamite scorer. Scoring quickly and in bunches as Isaiah Joe had a good look. His first three-point attempt after his 5 against Washington. Healthy lead here in the first quarter. Alvarado navigating those Kevon Looney screens. Looney not looking to score. He's a good rebounder, good screener. But now someone's going to have to make something happen. Murphy gave it right back. Looney from 3. Not even close.
Why'd you look at me when he shot an air ball 3? Did you look at me?
I don't know. I thought you might be able to relate to him.
Oh, okay. I was just saying. I thought you looked at me. Let's talk about Mr. Willie Green here. 5th season, folks, as the Pelican head coach. Former NBA player as well. Also a former Pelican player.
Trying to steer this New Orleans team in the right direction. There's another 3 from downtown. Already 7 first-quarter threes. Isaiah Joe, the latest to get into the mix.
I tell you, their shooting is hotter than the month of August. Because I think August sometimes in Oklahoma City is hotter than July.
I think you're right.
I experienced that this year.
It can get absolutely cooking. Poole. He's got deep range, but a little too deep that time. Carlson's got to get up the floor. Dangerous pass taken away from Caruso. Poole. Caruso's able to recover for the block as Poole never got it up. That is the kind of defense we've become accustomed to seeing from AC.
Well, I like the activity. Now, we were talking about the points in the paint. Whenever the Thunder are knocking down those threes, that is a problem for a lot of ball clubs. They knocked down 7 threes in the first quarter. How about this, folks? 7 of 13 from downtown.
To have an early afternoon game early in the season here in downtown Oklahoma City. Good look at Midtown just north of Paycom Center here. Thunder come out, Michael, absolutely blistering, 66%. Thanks to those 7 threes. It wasn't just the three-point shooting, though. It was also those points inside.
Well, and you're loving that, too. Nice little balance there to the offense. But also the defense was on point as well. They forced 6 turnovers for 11 points. That's not bad for one quarter.
And Alvarado gets the scoring going here in the second quarter with the 3. Just wonder if New Orleans can stay healthy. All those guys missing so much time last year between Zion, Murphy, Herb Jones, DeJounte Murray. But they're leaving shooters wide open right now. They're not rebounding the basketball. There is Caruso and the reload 3. Alex Caruso bangs home another one from downtown. And Willie Green, quick timeout here in the second quarter.
Well, the Thunder's defense was especially disruptive on Thursday against the Wizards, and the numbers, they back it up. How about this? 16 steals in that game. That's the most in an NBA game this season. 32 deflections, some incredible hustle stats. 10 loose balls recovered, and all that disruption, well, it led to 23 forced turnovers and 26 points off of those turnovers. And something that Coach Daigneault tells us all the time is there's a compounding element to the Thunder's defense. When you pair their elite perimeter defenders, guys like Cason Wallace and Lou Dort and Alex Caruso, with their really good rim protectors, guys like Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, there's a compounding element to that that allows this Thunder team to be a really good defense each and every night. But Coach Daigneault said, look, defense requires effort, energy, and commitment, and there's no guarantee because you have the talent that you're going to have the outcome. So the Thunder knows they have to go out and earn it every single night like they're doing here tonight, guys.
If you want to be a good defender or a good defensive team, Michael, you have to make the commitment mentally that you want to do that.
And it can't just be one guy. It has to be everybody. You know, all guys tagged on a string like that play. With Hartenstein getting the lob over from Wiggins.
Great play, great connection. Ousmane Dieng is in. Kevon Looney, and might have got a piece of it. Did Dieng on the backside. Looney did not get that up to the rim. Thunder so far playing at a different gauge than New Orleans here in this first half.
Well, they got their legs underneath them a little bit here, folks. It's not that often you get 2 days between games. At home. Yeah, two-day break. Yeah, at home, that's another good point as well you brought up.
Caruso, the turnaround. Hartenstein, he caught it midair and did not beat the shot clock. Boy, Isaiah Hartenstein has been maneuvering around Pelicans in the lane on these offensive rebounds. It's almost like they just keep forgetting he's under there.
Yeah, nonetheless, I still like this. This is just great effort, okay? Now, he won't get any points for it, but I'll tell you one thing, the coaches love that kind of effort from a player because he was aware of the shot clock expiring. If he brings that down, it's clearly over, but he thought he had a chance.
Just love the commitment. And the awareness is Poole's going to give it up, and Zion flies in. He's got the 2 for Zion Williamson. That's his first made basket.
Yeah, I usually say Lou Dort is a flying fire hydrant in the air. That's what Zion Williamson looks like. He's one of those guys who's got a big body. He's very graceful and can get to the basket.
And the interesting thing about him is his agility and his size. I mean, that's what separated him coming out of Duke, what made him the #1 overall pick. Weight, obviously an issue. The injury's an issue, but he looks like he is in about as good a shape as we've seen him in years.
You ever seen that movie Tokyo Drift? He's drifting. He's just drifting, man. That's special. I'm just saying, that's special.
Can he stay on the floor? And he's going to get the and one there. I haven't seen Tokyo Drift, though, Mike.
Come on. You ever seen the Too Fast, Too Furious movies? It was one of,
there's like 30 of them.
Yeah, that one.
I haven't seen any of them.
One of them's called Tokyo Drift, where the car just drifts. You know, it's just sliding in the curve. That's what that guy reminds me of. In that last movie, he's just sliding on in there. You know, like the Dodgers sliding on in there. You know, last night.
Sore subject. Not just for me, but for Gallo as well.
Okay.
His Phillies got ousted on the way. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Ousmane Dieng.
Offensive foul on number 13, Ousmane Dieng, in second.
But it was a good World Series, though, I tell you, man.
I mean, it was an epic World Series.
Very entertaining.
Everything was good except for the outcome.
Well, I had no skins in the game at all, so that's a deep shot by Poole. My goodness, he was way out there early in the shot clock.
Some early, sort of ill-advised three-point shots for the Pelicans, who might be trying to stay in it here with a 15-point game. 17 out of the 26 shots for them have been from deep, making another one. And that time Murphy gets it to go. He had missed his first 2. And again, the further he is behind the three-point line, Michael, it's almost like the more that he feels like he's got the green light. That was not a good shot.
Yeah, he's got a nice stroke, no doubt about it.
And again, it is Hartenstein on the deck. There's nobody for New Orleans that is taking any interest whatsoever in boxing him out.
Well, right now the Pelicans are playing small ball. And you know what? You play what you want to play. And Hartenstein is just doing what Hartenstein wants to do, is get in there and create more second chance opportunities for his team. And sometimes when the guy's that good or is on that good of a roll, you just grab him to stop him, from getting an easy tip in.
He's already got 7 rebounds, and there is a 3 from the outside. As Ousmane Dieng gets into the scoring department. Boy, there was a quick decision there to get that shot up.
This is where you got to give him a little space, because he wants to go in there and make a tough move to the basket. That's exactly what you want to do. Not allow him to go north-south, make him go east-west.
What is it about the lefties, Michael? It's like Julius Randle, they just love going left. But A.J. Mitchell, he finishes with the left off some beautiful passing to set him up.
Yeah, he's, just keep cutting. Right now they got the Pelicans all a little discombobulated defensively. Just keep spreading the floor and making plays.
And they're going to get A.J. Mitchell there. The ball fake from Jordan Poole.
Take a look at this, folks. This is moments ago. Ball movement, okay, 1 pass, 2 passes, and a cutter. If you can get 3 passes and get a cutter to the rim, that's efficiency.
And almost impossible to defend. Jordan Poole, one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA, has not missed on the season. Score big on Calanova products like Cheez-Its and Pringles, and save more with the prices you love. Only at Homeland. New deals all year long. You get fresh savings every season. Download the Homeland app or visit homelandstores.com to score big and save more today.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Jordan Poole did win an NBA title with the Warriors?
He did in 2022.
2022.
And then spent 24 and 25 with Washington. And now here is with the Pelicans. C.J. McCollum now, of course, with Washington. Wiggins snaps that back up to Caruso. Mitchell, extra pass. How about the ball movement? A standalone 3 for Aaron Wiggins.
That's one of those plays that make the coach jumps up on the sideline and go, that's why we practice. Because we practice that play. Move the ball around the horn, play hot potato, get it to the open man.
17 assists already for the Thunder. Good defense. Hartenstein affecting that shot of Zion, who's just 2 for 4 so far as we come up on the 7-minute mark of this second quarter. Another cut, and what a pass! Hartenstein right over the defense. Wiggins slips in, and the Thunder right now are bending the Pelicans any way they want.
Well, that was a quarterback play by Hartenstein. He passed that ball where he was going. Take a look at this. That ball came early. 2 guys on a string there. They've been playing together for a while, folks.
I think it starts on the perimeter, as paradoxical as that seems, because if you can get teams playing further away from the basket, starting further away from the basket, then it gives you an opportunity to help earlier and create more of a crowd around the paint. And so we've got to extend the floor, and then we've got to be in the right spots, especially with Williamson. He's obviously a paint-hitting player that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And so you got to be on it from the beginning of the possession with him, both on the ball and in your help.
That was Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault in today's OU Health Coach's Corner, talking about the defensive job that OKC needed to do this afternoon. And so far, OK's defense absolutely has stood tall, and it's really been a springboard for the offense, which we've seen rack up 18 assists on 22 made baskets. Guys, that's an 82% assist rate. That would just blow away the #1 team in the NBA for an average on the season. So this team playing so connected right now. The Thunder's offense, its system is really adaptive, but also interchangeable. And you'll notice this afternoon how many different guys are the ones that are attacking downhill, spraying the ball out, attacking off of closeouts, and also who's setting screens, who's the pivot man up there at the top. There are so many different ways that the Thunder can hurt you, and it's because everybody knows every single spot on the floor.
Well, the purpose of that system, and that's good stuff, Nick, is that no matter who is out there, Michael, it can scale. And that's an important piece. It's why we see this Thunder team with so many different guys out still be able to function at a high level. A lot of great connections out there, and it doesn't matter who it is.
And you know what, guys? Play the game already, too. You'll never question Mark Daigneault's coaching, but it's one of those situations where, he plays a 9-10 man rotation, and this is the reason why. Because these guys are used to being in the starting lineup, out of the starting lineup. He just does a masterful job, folks, not over the last season, but over the last couple of seasons of really preaching that gospel to young players. It's tough to get young guys to buy into that.
Young player and A.J. Mitchell defending Fears. Fears, too much speed. Outside Bay, he's always looking for that three. Karam's right back to him. Dangerous pass. Fears missed that one badly. And Karam's right over to Messi. Going to get a third chance here for New Orleans.
Another Thunder lead in that category. 13-0 on second chance points.
Is this Isaiah Joe drawing an offensive foul? It is. He was waiting for the contact. He took it from Bay. He's given up some size, too, and that's what we've seen from Isaiah Joe over the years. Despite his diminutive size, that's relative, of course.
Yeah, and I was about to say, this is a really good offensive possession for the Pelicans until that offensive foul. They moved the ball around the horn. They were able to get the Thunder to shift from one side to the other. They got a couple of offensive rebounds.
Nice cut from SGA, who's back up on the floor, but now he's trapped. Nowhere to go. Difficult spot and a rare turnover. And Jordan Poole goes to work on the offensive end for New Orleans. Better defense. Been very stout so far. There is Messi. Nice move with the left hand.
Good job of taking the contact, too, and then spinning away from the pressure.
Pelicans gave him a ton of experience last year. Just trying to get him incorporated. Isaiah Joe way behind the three-point line and never quite got it up to the rim. The Thunder have thoroughly controlled this first half so far. There's another excellent move from the rookie in Fears, who's up to double digits now for the 5th time in his young 6-game career.
Well, he's doing a good job of picking the spots. He's going to continue to punish the Pelicans for beyond the arc. That's number 11 here in this first half for the Thunder.
You wonder, Michael, if last night with those, or excuse me, Thursday night with the 16 threes, and obviously shooting is incredibly variable. Is this going to be a foul on the deck in case of Wallace or Jordan Poole? You know, you have a good shooting night, maybe loosens things up a little bit.
Yeah, man, this kid right here is having a good shooting night. You know, as young as he is, the confidence he's playing with. And look at this here. A double team, ball goes quickly out to J. Will, and he obliges with the three. The Thunder continue to rack up those assists. At 19 assists right now. Now, Nick Gallo was talking moments ago, 18 assists on 22 made field goals, 19 assists now for the Thunder. Good job at Nick pointing that out to us, because that's something you want to track this afternoon, folks. That's a massive number for a first half of basketball.
Now, a quick word from Academy Sports and Outdoors. I'm glad you brought that up. Gallo knows something about assists. I don't know if you and I know anything about assists these days.
I think I know how to get the ball to him so he can make that happen. You know, being a rebounder. That's my part.
Oh, you just kicking it out to the shooters now? There's a kick out to another wide open shooter. That's back-to-back moves.
Man, I'm going to start calling Nick Gallo the professor. Because you know what, folks? I sit beside this guy on the flights every night. And he's always got his computer on. All the time. He's typing, and then right now over here next to me, he's typing, and he's watching the game. I'm sleeping on that flight, you know, at 2 a.m. Look at this, see there? Put your hands back. Put your hands back on the keys. Just, all right, don't try to take them off when we put you on camera.
He's taking notes. He's writing stories. He's getting ready for the podcast. He's tweeting. All for the service of the fans.
It's for you guys, really. It's all for you guys, you know.
I've never seen Nick nap on the plane one time.
I sit next to him every flight for the last 4 years, and I never see him do the same. So, kudos to Mr. Gallo.
Iron Man over here.
Oh, absolutely.
Shea's going to get 3 free throws.
Foul, a three-point shooter.
That's his second.
Thunder now with 20 assists. 20 assists and a half, folks. On pace to get over 40 for the game.
Well, the Thunder came out in this game Michael, with energy, with purpose, with focus on both ends of the floor. And you brought it up with the 2 days off, which is very rare. It's interesting because Mark Daigneault said that, the first 5 games were about endurance and just kind of getting through the schedule with the double overtime games. They had the practice opportunity with the off days, which is very helpful because you play those kind of games, you're obviously trying to win them. There could be some slippage over the course of those games, but you get those 2 days off, you get the practice time, and you can come out with some focus.
Well, and they still got a couple of key personnel missing. You play 6 games, your first 6 games in 10 days. So kudos to the conditioning, because this is all coming out of training camp and the focus by the guys. That's a tough schedule, man. You play 1 game at home, then you go on the East Coast for 3 games.
Fears looked like he got caught inside. Zion off balance, didn't travel. Jones, the floater, and Herb Jones picks his spot yet again. Second Pelican in double digits.
He's made some tough shots, showing his athleticism. He's a high riser as well.
Him and Trey Murphy III, both with shoulder injuries last year. They cut their season short. Labrum injuries, had to have surgery. SGA, that's going to miss wide left. Right to Zion, and Jones sneaking in on the backside. Able to dislodge the basketball.
Wow, that's really good focus. Look at the double team with Shea in the corner.
Hartenstein, that one was deflected. Right to Zion, Fierce got a head up, and Murphy goes way up high for that alley-oop.
That's what the Pelicans want to do. If they can get out in transition, takes a lot of pressure off their offense.
Shea not waiting for the double team, but the block came over and swatted it right at the rim. Fierce had his pocket picked. There's a steal, Cason Wallace. Now he goes full speed, and he's going to get fouled. Boy, he has big ideas for a possible hammer. And you know what happens, Mike, when he starts sizing things up with that left hand.
Wow, that's a big play here. As he gets up in the air, there's that hit on the head. Good job by Wallace staying balanced. Now, I know he fell over, but you get hit in the head like that, a lot of times it throws you off balance. Kept his balance and just fell on his Bertucci. I'll just leave it there. I could say Bertucci on the air, right? You told me that.
I think that's okay.
That's okay. All right. That's the best part to land on. As opposed to landing sideways or on a wrist, man, that's a good job by him just keeping his balance. He's got a couple of free throws. 2:22 to go here in the second quarter. Thunder still in control.
Well, he has just been absolute force on the defensive end. Racking up steals in the season. Came in second in the NBA with 13 steals already. The 1 steals per game. And PC No, 2 tall players there for the Thunder. And it's going to be OKC ball.
Thunder done a good job this afternoon to rebounding the basketball off a lot of those misses.
Shea got to his spot, and again, right at that rim, it softly bounces in.
Just beautiful, evading the double team. It's tough to double team that guy in the middle of the floor. He stayed in the middle, was able to split it, get that soft touch you spoke of.
Zion's got a full head of steam, and an offensive foul for the second time. It's Jay Will absorbing the contact. It's going the other way.
That's 2 times he's done that. Looks like the Pelicans are going to call timeout to challenge this, as they Thunder challenged the first one that Jay Will took. This time the Pelicans are going to challenge it between those same 2 guys. How about that?
Well, Willie Green.
Ruling on the floor is an offensive foul on Williamson. New Orleans has called timeout to challenge the play.
This call into review is brought to you by Pella of Oklahoma, official window and door partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Willie Green, he didn't waste any time, Michael, going into the challenge. He called timeout. He wanted the review. Maybe a little frustration from the first one. And for Jay Will, might be in the restricted area. And
Now, did he lift that heel up, or was that heel down? Can't tell from that angle. Here's a better angle here, folks. Looks like that heel is.
And it doesn't matter, Mike. You got to be outside.
Yeah, it's a.
Even if the heel is up.
Yeah, he couldn't get clear of it. I'll tell you one thing. That's pretty brave. That's taking another charge on a bowling ball. You ever taken a charge on a bowling ball? See,
I don't want to.
That's to my point.
I don't want to. I mean, and nobody is more welcoming of the contact than Jay Will.
Yeah,
I mean, it's unbelievable. It doesn't matter whether it's Zion. He will take the blow in the chest and get up and smile.
You know, in my 1,140 games, I always closed my eyes when I took a charge because I just knew.
On review, the left heel of the defender, Williams, is over the restricted area. Therefore, this is going to be overturned to a blocking foul. Play will resume with one free throw for Zion. It's a successful challenge. New Orleans gets charged for the timeout.
And that's to your point. And you know, looking at that replay, clearly that his heel was over the restricted area. So the Pelicans won that one back. And Williamson will go to the line and shoot one.
Think about this, Michael. Zion, over the last 4 years, has played just 129 games.
They really want him to stay healthy because he's a big part of what they're trying to do. Especially in all fairness to Willie Green, head coach of the Pelicans. It's tough to get something going when your best player has missed that many games.
What a play. SGA off the double team. Quick pass to Hartenstein. Back out to Jay Will. And another boom. That was excellent execution.
The Thunder just continue to rack up those threes. Get this. The Thunder had, what, 16 threes a couple nights ago.
Shea got caught. And free throws coming up for Hartenstein. As Murphy did a good job of getting back defensively. Thunder had numbers there, but boy, this is one of the more well-designed, executed plays. Look at how quickly that gets out to an open shooter.
Young players watch that. Don't hold on to the ball too long. Shea got rid of it quickly. Hartenstein got rid of it quickly. The defense could not shift fast enough to cover Jay Will on that shot.
Michael, the Thunder are shooting it at nearly 62%. They put up 71 points in this first half.
No.
And have a 21-point lead.
And they got 21 assists. So you talk about, you know, just getting a chance to get your legs to reset, get them back under you. The activity is certainly there after coming off those 6 games in 10 days. As Zion shows you that soft touch. And Hartenstein smartly gave him a little room. You love to see him shooting a jump shot. You've done your job.
It doesn't happen very often. He goes inside. I mean, he's got one of the highest numbers of points in the paint in the NBA, second last year. Mitchell, and he goes into that layup, and he's going to get to the free throw line.
That's a great point you make. I can't remember the last time I saw him shoot a jump shot. So he's so gifted and so talented at getting to the rim that you forget about. He's also got a good-looking shot.
He's not going to extend too far out, Michael. He hasn't taken a 3 yet this year. He only took 13 threes all of last year. He's not going to go behind the three-point line. From your couch to courtside, you can find your fit at the official Thunder shop at Paycom Center or at OKCThunder.com/shop.
Zion, one of those guys who, to me, he's an enigma. You know, he's got a great body. He's very talented. You know, he's a big part of what the Pelicans are trying to do if they can keep him on the floor. And they're certainly building talents around him as well.
Mitchell gets it done at the free throw line. Zion inside. And Hartenstein. Boy, he is doing work inside. Rebound number 8 here in the first half.
It's a nice little 2-for-1 opportunity.
Tough shot on the fadeaway, and Shea is going to get the rookie. Jeremiah Fears his second personal foul. Looking out on the floor here, Michael.
And he's one of the young guys we were talking about building around Zion. If they would just wait this thing out, let young players like him develop while trying to keep Zion on the floor. He's pretty exciting now. That was kind of a rookie foul there, but he's had some good moments tonight.
Well, you think about it, no Jonas Valanciunas, no Brandon Ingram, no CJ McCollum. All those guys have gone on to different places for this Pelicans team that made the playoffs 2 years ago under Willie Green. Had one of their best seasons. They were the 8th seed, but they got dispatched by OKC first round 4-0. And then last year was a forgettable season for so many different reasons.
Yeah, the injury bug. And, it's tough for coaches to coach under those situations, no matter who's coaching, is when you have players missing that many games in a season.
Shot clock is off. Poole didn't want to shoot it. Trying to burn a little bit of time here. Messi back out to the perimeter. Murphy, he will fire. No. Out of bounds. That should do it for the first half. And it does. Highest scoring half of the year for the Thunder, putting up 75 as they came out with force early in this game to build out a very healthy 23-point lead.
Well, anytime you make 13 threes and 21 assists, you're going to do some damage on the scoreboard. Talking about scoreboard, folks, it's halftime. You know what time it is now. Paris Lawson and Nick Gallo got you from here.
Thunder basketball afternoon edition here in downtown OKC. It's the final game of this homestand. And Thunder right now are taking on the New Orleans Pelicans with a 23-point lead here at the half. A dominating first half as OKC played about as well as you could over a 24-minute period. Before we start the third, let's check in with Paris.
Thanks, Chris. Well, obviously, incredible offensive efficiency from the Thunder in the first half with those 75 points, 62% shooting from the field. And I asked Thunder assistant coach Dave Bliss what the most sustainable part of OKC's first half offense was. He told me the Pelicans are really doubled down on paint protection, and he said the guys have done a really good job of spacing offensively, getting to the backside windows, making really sharp passes, great cuts, and ultimately really great decision-making, which is going to be key for Oklahoma City here in the second half as well.
Thank you very much, Paris. And how about this, Michael? We come out, first play, third quarter, and this little battle within the game again between Zion and Jay Will. And this time, Jay Will's outside of that restricted area. That's his second charge drawn.
Yeah, that's the third hit, too. He got called for one, and he's gotten 2 charges. As the Thunder pick up where they left off in that first half, knocking out another trifecta. That is number 14 for Big Blue.
That's the spacing that Dave Bliss was referencing at halftime with Paris. And when you got those crisp passes, Michael, going to the outside, because New Orleans is selling out inside, as there's going to be just enough of a clip on the wrist that's going to put Zion at the free throw line. But we've seen a lot of open shooters, a lot like that last one with Casey Wallace in the first half of this game.
Yeah. And, that's to good ball movement and patience as well, because you got to wait for the double team to happen before you pass the basketball. If you pass it too soon, everybody's all set. The defense doesn't have to move. And a lot of this centered around SGA, being double teamed out front. He's been very judicious with the basketball. Quick, sharp passes by the secondary passer. And it's led to open buckets that have dropped this afternoon.
A team with continuity playing at a very high level that leads to efficiency, that leads to a ton of points.
Well, I thought you brought up a good point when we started our broadcast here in this third quarter, that the Thunder couldn't play any better.
And Zion gets out of the open court. That's a tame dunk by his standards.
You just want to maintain right now if you're the Thunder. Hold on to what you got. Keep the energy going.
Shea got doubled on the last possession, and this time a reaching foul by New Orleans.
We've talked about Shea. I think he's more dangerous when he picks up his dribble. I was always taught in youth basketball, playing defense, get the guy to pick up his dribble, you've done your job. And not with number 2 in blue. Man, that guy is dangerous when he picks up his dribble. He's got such great footwork.
This time he wants to step back 3, didn't get it. And Willie Green trying to direct some signals here for the Pelicans on the offensive end. Good defense again. Boy, Jay Will is all up on Zion right now. And for Jalen Williams, he's with him step for step.
And that's good help that time by Casey Wallace to poke that ball away as well. Not allowing Zion to get to the sweet spot was Jay Will. And he's taking some hits from him this afternoon, too.
He's been ready for the contact. That time Zion got back out to the perimeter. Murphy, tough step back, not close that time. And Hartenstein into double digits now in rebounds.
He has done a yeoman's job on the boards, folks.
Oh, Shea. It was close, but Misi with the recovery block got back. Fears quickly the other way. Had it dislodged, and now we get a foul. Foul is called on Casey Wallace, who picks up foul number 3.
How about this timing by Misi here? And he timed that perfectly. That's that secondary defender. We talked about the double team on Shea. That's not the guy that was guarding Shea. That was the guy that was waiting in the wings for Shea. You know, you wonder how much body of works he puts into one drive. He's got to get by the primary defender, which is usually the best defender on the team. He's got a secondary defender waiting on him. Then there's usually some guy playing in front of the rim. And he manages to get to those sweet spots and make things happen, not only for his teammates, but for himself as well.
You're right, because it's not very often you see him get a shot blocked, even with all the defenders that you're describing. It doesn't happen very often, and so when it does, you're always a little surprised. Wiggins had a really good first half. High catch, high release by Jay Will, but he left it short. That's a really tough shot. Early minutes here in the third quarter. Murphy, not surprising, goes into the three-point shot. That's a high arcer over the outstretched arm of Hartenstein. And the Pelicans shaving off a little bit of that Thunder lead here in the early part of the third. Timeout OKC. Around the NBA are brought to you by the University of Central Oklahoma. The Indiana Pacers no longer in the winless category with a win last night. They came back with a huge fourth quarter over Golden State to get that at home. But bad news, Obi Toppin's going to be out to February with a foot injury. Trae Young, Kevin Porter Jr., more injury news, both out 4 weeks with knee injuries. That is tough. Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks. And the Chicago Bulls, 5-0 off the best start since 1996, 97, the year after they went 72-10. The Bulls just have not been able to put it together consistently since the Michael Jordan days, but Michael, they're 5-0 for the first time since you were playing.
Well, that's right. And, you know, that's something to get excited about, too, especially in Chicago. This is good passing once again by the Thunder. Well, look at this ball movement, folks. Once again, just really good ball movement.
Oh, good defense. Hartenstein standing tall on the drive from Murphy. Who lost control. Wallace, transition 3. Slow start here offensively. Thunder over the first 3+ minutes. Hartenstein continues to play great defense. In fact, the interior of the Thunder defense playing great, but Murphy again getting loose from the outside.
He's a shooter, too. He's got a nice stroke.
Shea on the drive, the pull-up, and the foul by Murphy the third. And Shea's going to go to the free throw line, where he is 5 out of 5 already. Help kind of regroup here, maybe get a little traction on the offensive end. For SGA, who just continues to strive for greatness. Very open about his goals. Now a quick word from your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
Visit your local Oklahoma Ford dealer today. Ford is built for Oklahoma.
Shea is one of those rare guys in the league. You know, I came up with this the other day. I'm always looking for new material. I'm going to throw this at you right now. An infinity stone of moves he has. Just think about it for a minute. Just let him marinate. An infinity stone of moves by this guy.
I've heard of an infinity pool. Not an infinity stone, though.
Just
Okay, I'll think about it. You might have to give us a little explanation a little later on, though.
you know, an Infinity Stone, you know, like the Marvel Comics, you know, where they had that special stone that was, you know, timeless. You could do anything, go anywhere with it.
He's got an infinite amount of moves. And Hartstone has a move inside, playing through the contact of Misi. And the foul.
How about that big-to-big play? We always call it a pocket pass, folks. That's tough to make in traffic around two taller players. There it is. Anytime big-to-big makes that play, it's a nice pocket play. Doesn't always work out like that, where you get an and one.
He's playing Jay Will and Hartenstein on the floor at the same time. Jay Will playing the 4. Hartenstein playing the 5. Nice connection between those two. Hartenstein gets the three-point play. I'm just envisioning you right now on your couch thinking of new material for SGA, and you're thinking of Infinity Stones while you're watching NBA TV.
Oh, man, I tell you. This is how you want the Pelicans kind of going all the way to the end of the shot clock. Well, that's a tough shot there by the young fellow.
Offensive rebound, though, by Misi. Gives him an extra possession. Jones has been quiet here in the third. Fears, launches, and he's got himself another 3. That is his 3rd, as he is the 2nd leading scorer for the Pelicans in this game. And that's why he was drafted so highly out of Oklahoma, number 7, because he can shoot it.
He's got a nice game.
And Shea steps on the baseline, out of bounds.
Keep in mind, they still haven't played the talented young Jordan Hawkins, too.
See, Shea was trying to keep his balance there. Jordan Hawkins out of UConn.
They beat my San Diego State Aztecs in the championship game 3 years ago. I don't forgot about that.
I was going to say, it's still front and center in your mind.
I'm waiting on Mr. Hawkins if he gets in the game this afternoon.
You had something to say about it, didn't you? You're still mad about it. And they made it all the way to the national title game.
Yeah, he did, man. Y'all give him their props, man.
Oh, and Trey Murphy right now is really heating up, if he's not already hot.
Yeah, we got to get to him quickly.
He is just unfiltered from the outside right now, as Jay Will can't answer with a 3 of his own. That's a good box out by Sadiq Bey. And so the Pelicans have come out here with a little push in the 3rd quarter, Michael. What was a 26-point lead for OKC has definitely shrunk. A lot of that coming from the 3-point shots. Fears and Murphy. Shot clock dwindling. Oh, Cason Wallace just took it away. Like a senior taking away the freshman lunch. Shea. Out to Jay Will. This time he didn't want the 3. Drives in. Hartenstein again. And he's waiting there for the layup.
A smart play by Jay Will, knowing that Misi is a shot blocker, somehow got it over to him.
And Zion's going to get the foul called.
I mean, you look at both of them are up in the air. Somehow he gets it over to Hartenstein. That's already played out like Groundhog Day. They've had a play like that already in the second half, where it's come over from Jay Will to Hartenstein, and he puts it in the basket.
Think about this. Jay Will and Hartenstein, Michael, 2 bigs. You think of them as more interior players. The 2 of them combined, 9 assists.
That's not bad. Jay coming up with that big steal just moments ago while we were talking. And the Pelicans just keep fouling him. I mean, those are the types of plays, if you're the Pelicans, just stay down. Sometimes you got to give a guy his due and just realize he's got you beat. But, you know, moments ago, you saw Cason Wallace steal the ball. That guy's he's leading the NBA in steals right now.
At over 2.6 per game. Number 1 in the NBA. Brandon Carlson set to check in, as is Isaiah Joe, as SGA remains perfect at the free throw line, now 8 for 8. Good minutes for Isaiah Hartenstein. He and Wiggins will sit as Isaiah Joe comes back in.
Free throw count has been pretty even all afternoon. 17 attempts for the Thunder, 14 attempts for the Pelicans. A lot of their shots in this 3rd quarter have come from that 3-point line. mainly courtesy of Trey Murphy III. As you mentioned, partner, cutting into that once 26-point deficit for the Pelicans.
Jay stays perfect to the line. Zion navigating down the lane. Once again, Jay Will standing up tall, bodying him up. Zion can't get that up to the rim. Joe, transition three. Nothing but nylon.
How about the defense? First of all, that Jay Will was able to put on Zion. I'm talking about just man-to-man, physical bodies, standing there knowing you're going to take the contact. Take a look at this, folks. What a battle it's been this afternoon between these two. And this is the end result. A transition trifecta from Isaiah Joe.
You think he's happy to be back out on the floor after missing the first 5 games of the season? Immediate impact from the outside as Misi's going to go back to the free throw line.
Came back from that knee injury. Boy, he was on fire on Friday night for the Thunder against the Wizards.
And for more on Isaiah Joe, let's get an update from Nick.
How about 1 game back and 20 points off the bench for Isaiah Joe? He said it just felt amazing to be back out there on the floor. And he said that he's never satisfied. It is a constant, continual battle internally, just with his own standard in terms of his shot. He came out there, he ripped 5 threes, but he said it's basically a lifelong process to hone and refine his shot. And you guys will like this. He said it's kind of like a golf swing. You want to get it as consistent as you possibly can. And anytime you're off kilter, you got to get that thing adjusted back to where you're on balance.
I'm going to remember that because...
Can Mike give him some advice on both of those, you think? Oh, there he is, right on cue, ripping the cords from 3. That shot, Mike, it's pure.
That is.
Zion missed it close.
And that's back-to-back jacks for Isaiah.
Nifty move underneath the left-hander reverse.
Come on.
And once again, the Pelicans defense falling asleep.
I know you watch Marvel Comics, folks. And I said it once and I'll say it again. The infinity moves. It's not a stone, it's just a move, folks.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with this bucket right here. The reverse off the glass, and he has now surpassed 20 points. He's up to 21 here tonight, and that now marks 79 consecutive games with 20 or more points. He has now tied Oscar Robertson for the 3rd longest streak of 20 or more points. And Shai, guys, has a relentless motor for improvement. And Coach Dagnall told us that he's constantly self-reflecting. And you might say there's not much he has to improve on. Look at his game. But despite his success, he's always looking for every little edge. And a lot of that is mental at this point. Shai said once you get to a certain level, a lot of it is mental. You can always learn as a basketball player. The game's always evolving, and there's always new ways to attack things. So I'd be silly to think that I'm done learning at this point, guys.
For a player who is at the peak of his powers, Michael, but he is not afraid to strive for greatness, and he has been talking about it. There's a nice step back for Poole, who's been very quiet in this game. In fact, that's the first shot that he's made. He was 0 for 5 prior to that make. But if you're SGA, you're in your 8th year, Michael. You accomplished so much. An unbelievable regular season, one of the greatest regular seasons. And you know there's more that he wants to do and accomplish.
Wow. And he's hard on himself, too. And he's so humble, folks, for all the success he's enjoyed at his age as Poole will knock down back-to-back threes. I mentioned his first points came just on that last three-point shot.
Nice spin move. SGA went right to work on a great defensive player. In fact, New Orleans' best defensive player in Herb Jones.
Nice talk, I tell you. This Poole says coming in, launching.
That was about as quick of a trigger as you're going to see.
Yeah. And he's a streaky shooter, in all fairness.
Jay Will open, but the follow is there. Joe. Boy, he flew in. Nobody thought that he would be coming from the perimeter.
That's not a hot cup of Joe. That's an espresso. Just a little smaller cup.
There's a little jolt. Does it wake you up a little bit?
Just a little bit, Dad. Let you know I'm still here.
we get a whistle here. Contact, see A.J. Mitchell sprawled out on the deck. Jones not happy with the contact.
He's not out there shooting threes. He just gets inside. There's that little espresso tap. Look at this, man. That's a tough defender. Herb Jones thinks he got him, picks up his dribble, does a spin to the baseline. That's a combination of a big man move on the box where you spin with a drop step to the baseline, but it came off a combination of his dribble 10 feet from the basket. Sometimes you have to watch this guy, folks. Just a savant with the basketball.
He's got so much that he can rely on in his skill. He's almost impossible to guard one-on-one. He's got an array of options every single time. And just so fun to watch him go to work and operate because he gets so much attention. But one of the developments that Mark Daigneault's been talking about is just how good he's been at getting off the ball in a timely manner and getting his teammates involved. A sign of an excellent player.
I think he wants the success from everybody as Poole just continues to launch. Knocked down his first two. Now he's missed his last 2 threes.
I don't know if he's got the green light, but in his head he's got the green light. More good passing, but Caruso got tied up. Maybe one too many there. With 2 minutes left to go in the third, Poole is thinking about the last 3 threes here. This time he works inside and right there for the redirected. Good offensive rebounder in Kevon Looney.
Long-time guy in the league. A bunch of titles with the Warriors, as you all know, folks. Still a viable player. It's just kind of strange seeing him with the Pelicans and not with the Warriors.
Correct. And that is a blocking foul on Joe. Trying to get into the driving lane there of Herb Jones. Wait, Joe's already taken an offensive foul. You see, he agrees with the call there.
Well, but that was close, though. I'm just going to say, that's close. It's not close? I think it's real close. You know what? I'm just going to ask Nick Alley. Nick Alley, it looked close to me, right? I'm just saying.
I think Guy Joe was there.
Okay, it was close.
I think he was there.
I'm just saying.
We know that Arkansas, especially Fort Smith, they teach those guys how to take charges. Jay Will, one of the league leaders in charges taken over the last 4 years. Isaiah Joe, he's always up there too. These guys know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, your turn. Go ahead, Fish.
He was moving. Someone's got to check you guys here.
I'm just saying.
Even he said he was moving.
I'm just saying it was close, though.
It was close.
Okay.
It was close. Even he was like, he looked up at the Jumbotron. And he gave a little nod. Said, okay, they might have got that one right.
Yeah.
Got to keep you guys in line here.
Well, no one does it better than Paris Lawson, keeping us all in line. She's like the great equalizer. So I'm just telling you.
She keeps you in line.
Yeah, Paris is she's gonna tell it like it is. She don't show any favoritism. Lawson, do you hear me?
Somebody's got to be the point guard of this group. I got you.
Just like a point guard. Look, you know what? That's right. You see, that's just like a point guard. I'm directing traffic.
She's not throwing you the basketball, though. That's for dang sure. She's looking for a three-point shot. I don't know if she's going to you.
Lawson knows the game. Hey, I'm a rebounder. I'm going to get her the ball, and she's going to return the favor on the other end. Just throw me some crumbs every now and then. You don't have to throw me a steak. Just throw me some crumbs.
Michael set some great screens, though. I'll give him that much.
Shea back at the line. Thunder still in control here and hit the century mark. Just under a minute remaining here in this third quarter. A little bit over the century mark on the scoreboard.
But an early push by New Orleans. Thunder settled right back in to where they've been throughout this game, and that is thoroughly dominating on both ends of the floor. They're now winning the third quarter. They've extended that lead from halftime. Back up to 24 points. Shea's not made a three yet on the night until then. Straight away, SGA adds one here in the third.
You know, he's just such a fun player to watch. You can understand why, folks. He's enjoyed the success that he has. He's a reigning MVP currently.
And Murphy Murphy again. The range from Trey Murphy III. He's up to 5 threes.
He was way out there on most of his shots, too. Looks very comfortable.
Shea, a quick check with the eyes. Alvarado, the defender. And SGA's not going to get the and one, but he is going to add to his total that'll allow him to get to 30 points here, get to the free throw line. He went right at the smaller guard, and that's something that he does, Michael, as well as anybody. It's matchup recognition. And when he's got the advantage on you, he will feast.
Yeah. You know, when I play in my church league, I walk in the gym. Sometimes they give me a nickname. It's called TP. You know what that means? Don't say the other one. Total package. That's what I think of when I think of SGA, total package.
Self-described.
I'm not as humble as Mr. SGA.
You walk in, and that's what they got on the back of your jersey, right? It's just TP. Not a cage.
Oh, Shea did reach 30.
Is it BS on the front and TP on the back?
Who's going to launch this one? Into the third quarter, Thunder still came up big, winning the quarter by 3, keeping a big lead as well.
SGA hits 30 points. The Thunder win the quarter. They've scored over 30 points in every single quarter so far. It has been a thorough domination of the Pels up to this point. Quarter is presented by Devon Energy on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in downtown OKC, where the Thunder have completely neutralized the Pelicans despite 5 threes from Trey Murphy III. That offense really hasn't been much of a factor, but the Thunder offense has, Michael, all those assists. You had 25 assists on 35 made baskets. OKC has had that ball snapping around this entire game.
Well, they've done a good job of moving the basketball to open up this fourth quarter off of ball movement. Isaiah Joe hitting a nice little midi. Thunder enjoying their largest lead of the afternoon here.
This is one of those games, Michael, where Zion is able to get inside. Defense, you hear coaches a lot say, we want to make teams or specific players uncomfortable. But the Thunder have been very comfortable on the offensive end. There's going to be an offensive foul, and they're going to get Hartenstein for it. Third foul on Ihart. One of the few things, boy, that is light.
Yeah, tough one there.
But the Pelicans turned it over. This is kind of the uninspiring Pelicans play that you've seen over the first 5 games of the year. They took the Clippers down to the wire, but there have been some bad blowout losses. Oh, nice behind the back on the offensive rebound by Hartenstein. Thunder keeping that ball moving, sets it up, wide open shooter, and Isaiah Joe, who's seemingly made most of what he's thrown up there, but not that time.
Nice. Oh, good. Yeah, that's another tough call there, too. Isaiah Joe up on him. Take a look at this. Up on him. Shows him that basketball. They've got a little bit of a hole with that right arm. Just slightly enough for the official to blow that whistle, but still good defense.
Good to see the defense still interested and engaged, Michael, at this point of the game. Zion's going to go back to the free throw line, only double-digit free throws. As we said, nobody takes more free throws per game than Zion coming into today's matchup. At 11.3 free throw attempts a game, number 1 in the NBA. But the Thunder defense, despite Zion's 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, have kept him relatively quiet. Join Paris Lawson and Nick Gallo as they break down all things Thunder basketball each week on the official Thunder Basketball Universe podcast, presented by Summer Moon Coffee. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, what do we got coming up?
Well, guys, we have had a great chance here to recap just a whirlwind start that this team had. Again, the 6 games in 10 days. We also, though, had a sneak chance. We talked to Chris Youngblood. You know, he fought and clawed to make the team as that last two-way spot. So we had a nice 20-minute combo with him as Hart gets up for a massive slam.
Well, not your typical perspective when you got a guy like Chris Youngblood. No easy way to the NBA. More free throws here for Zion. And to have to work your way through training camp, be undrafted, and then to try to prove yourself over those critical preseason games, and having an opportunity here with the NBA champs, sit next to Jalen Williams and SGA.
And what better situation for him to land in, because he's got a guy on the roster who took that same pathway in Lou Dort. So, you know, there's got to be some conversations going on about, hey, you know, I was undrafted. I got a 2-way contract. And then I got to work my way into a standard NBA contract. You know, keep your head up, keep working, young fella. And he is certainly around some good company here. And we just saw SGA, J-Dub in his ear as well. I just remember when I was a rookie, they were in my ear all the time. And, you know, guys like Marcus Johnson, Junior Bridgman, okay, you may not remember who that guy is. Norm Nixon used to play for the Lakers. Cedric Maxwell, voice of the Boston Celtics. They call it cornbread. So those guys are always in my ear, and they kept my head screwed on straight because I came in like, hey, I'm a college All-American. Well, you ain't nothing here, boy.
Yeah, they were telling you, grab my suitcase, please.
That's what they told me. You ain't nothing here. You ain't nothing, Cage.
They certainly didn't care you got drafted in the first round, right?
No, not at all.
Fouls starting to pile up here, and they're going to say this one's on the floor. Jordan Poole, who has been completely unchecked in his offensive shooting here in this fourth quarter and third quarter, really. No, they're going to give him 2 free throws. The thing about Poole, he can have these variations. I mean, he can be unbelievable, like the 30-point game that he scored against the Clippers when he had those 7 threes. And then he could be really erratic like he has here today. Just 2 for 11, 10 points. It's the first free throw he's missed all year. Made his first 26 until that miss. 9:36 on the clock, fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. Thunder Basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by MidFirst Bank, official currency of Thunder fans. By Devon Energy, commitment runs deep. And by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Let's take a look at today's Homeland dish of the game. And how about Isaiah Hartenstein, Michael? 7 assists for the big fella. He has been a hub.
Well, he's been a point forward or a point center, if you want to call it that, folks. Always looking for his teammates. He's done a good job of moving the basketball out on the perimeter. He showed the difference. There's nobody for the Pelicans that can make that kind of play with the ball. So he's really unique between these 2 ball clubs. And it's just fun to watch that, too, from that spot. Takes a lot of pressure off of playmakers. A.J. Mitchell, Cason Wallace, SGA, and Wiggins with the basketball. Man, he is wide open. He was almost surprised when he took that shot.
But don't be surprised that Isaiah Hartenstein had that putback. He's got a season high now in rebounds, Michael, with 15. But the rebounding today for the Pelicans, they just look uninterested. And now you get another foul called by the Thunder. In what is already the 15th foul. We're not yet 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. So the Thunder are going to have to go a ways here to try to play some defense. And that's going to put Kevon Looney at the free throw line.
Yeah, the Pelicans have not been called for a single foul so far. 5 fouls called on the Thunder in less than 3 minutes. So they'll have to navigate around that. It's one of those situations where you're glad you're playing with a little bit of house money on the scoreboard, because that could be, you know, an issue as the game wears on. I'm still getting used to Kevon Looney with the Pelicans because I'm always, some faces you never forget, like Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. You can only picture him with the Lakers. Michael Jordan with the Bulls. I can only picture Michael Jordan with the Bulls. I don't care what nobody says. I can only, I'm just saying. There's some faces there that just, stay with a team.
Well, when you're 100% right, because when you play with a team long enough, it kind of becomes embedded in your mind. You've seen it just too many times. Kevon Looney had a lot of years with Golden State. Isaiah Joe. Boy, every time he lets it go, you think it's going in. Especially when you get the angle like we have here, when he's on the wing. And Zion, that's an aggressive move. Tough finish. He's up to 20 points.
Man, he just goes right in, man. He's got great body control. Just needs to stay on the floor and keep working, keep getting better.
What is it about the lefties, Michael? Him and Julius Randle, they only go left. A.J. Mitchell off on the three. And Zion's able to save it back.
Now, you were saying, what is it about the lefties?
The lefties, because Zion goes left invariably, as does Julius Randle. And they are strictly go left players.
Well, I'm a lefty too, you know that. Well, let me just, let me say this. We're the only ones in our right mind.
That's a hard foul on Kevon Looney. The officials already want to initiate the review for a possible hostile act.
I'm not sure why. Well, he was up in the air and he kind of pushed him in the chest. So he's kind of in a defenseless position. They'll take a look at this, folks. It's going to be a replay as he took a hard fall, though. There's that extension of the arm at the end there.
Ruling on the floor is a defensive foul on Looney. It's under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Yeah, man, that's interesting there. He made good contact, but watch the follow through. Okay, good contact there. Then there's that follow through where he just keeps pushing A.J. Mitchell, and he's like going backwards. Good thing he fell right. Well, that's gonna that might get him in trouble. We'll see how the officials take a look at that.
There was clearly contact midair too, and that's what really sent A.J. Mitchell off of his trajectory. But hard contact, hard foul. There is criteria to be upgraded to a flagrant foul. We'll see if it meets the criteria.
And that's the worst thing that Thunder need, as well as the Pelicans, is to get a guy hurt on a play like that.
You got the wind-up, impact, follow-through. Whether or not the contact was unnecessary, high potential for injury. Does it meet that checklist? And you see all the officials gathering. J.D. Rawls, Nate Green, Pat Frayer, and the ruling.
Upon review, there is wind-up, significant impact, and follow-through in this play. Therefore, this is going to be upgraded to a flagrant foul on Looney. Play will resume with 2 free throws for Mitchell, and the possession at free throw line extended.
As I said, I thought it was good by Kevon Looney, the initial contact, but the follow-through
Totally
is what got him into trouble. He met all of the folks. Unnecessary contact committed by a player against an opponent. That was definitely unnecessary toward the end. And, Kevon Looney, he's not arguing. He says, hey, it's one of those situations where you're glad the guy gets up and he's okay, and he's got 2 free throws, and the Thunder will retain possession.
For A.J. Mitchell, who by his standards on the course of the season, Michael, he's had a quiet game. He's had double digits over the first 6 games. It's been great to see him come out after that rookie campaign and have the season that he has had. He had only 2 games all of last year where he scored more than 14 points. He's been excellent. Only got a foul. Far from a free-flowing fourth quarter.
Time Trey Murphy grabbed Wiggins on the cut. He set a screen and then did a dive to the basket. As what any ball player will do when you know you got beat, you're going to give up an easy two, you foul the guy. He just grabbed him around the waist.
Better than giving up the layup.
Better than giving up the layup.
Mitchell down the lane, and he is into double digits. Just the second field goal for A.J. Mitchell on the afternoon.
7 straight games now, folks, with 10-plus points.
Tony, the pass underneath. Under defense still playing hard here. Late in the fourth quarter, there's a Cason Wallace steal. Yeah, taking himself on the jam, right over Poole.
Yeah, that's been the story of the afternoon for the Thunder. Just a combination of everything. 3-point shots, points in the paint, and then forcing those turnovers and getting points off those turnovers.
How about Cason Wallace, Mike? 4 steals. Just pure thievery. There's another steal. This time it's Wiggins. 3 on the wall. Wiggins! Off the trampoline. It has been about as one-sided of a game as you will find in the NBA. Wallace, the thievery. Look, today's OG&E power play of the game, and even though it's late in the fourth quarter, Michael, the defense still playing to a certain level.
Well, it's all about being consistent. The Thunder played consistently for 3.5 quarters to build up this lead off the defensive end. The steals numbers just keep racking up this afternoon as they have 25 points off of 16 Pelicans turnovers. Man, that's going to do some damage on the scoreboard.
All right, Michael, Jordan Hawkins is in the game. The floor is yours.
Well, I like him as a player. I think he's a young player, budding star in this league. He's going to get that opportunity with the Pelicans. Willie Green will get this guy into the flow of things. You know, obviously he downed my Aztecs, you know, a couple of seasons ago in the NCAA championship game, but I forgave him. Because once he got to the, you know, NBA level, I said to myself, it's all forgiven, man. And he was outstanding in that championship game.
Was unbelievable.
Just shot lights out the way he is now as an NBA player. That's what landed him as a lottery pick.
And I appreciate your shooting, but if you were ever to have a bad night, you could have done it on that national championship game.
Yeah, that would have been sweeter. And you know, that was their back-to-back NCAA championship wins. This guy has, you know, been a part of 2 national championship teams back-to-back at UConn. So, you know, the winning pedigree is there.
Ball movement continues. A.J. Mitchell, nice pass to Carlson. That's what you love to see, Mike. You love to see the brand of basketball continue throughout the bottom end of the roster. Barnheiser's in, Youngblood's in, A.J. Mitchell, Joe Carlson. Some of these guys who might not be getting regular minutes on a nightly basis, but when you see passes like that, it just tells you that you're trying to execute certain things.
And, you know, one of the biggest challenges for a lot of teams, especially young teams, is trying to play in system with what the coach wants you to play. Mark Dagenau, you take a good look at him right there, folks. He's done a great job of creating that system, made it easy for these guys to play. We've talked about the 8, 9, and sometimes 10-man rotation. This is the same challenges that are facing Willie Green, head coach for the Pelicans, and it's just got to be patient. The fans of New Orleans have to be patient with him and allow him to develop this roster. And it's not always linear. It's not going to always fall into place at once. It did fall into place for the Thunder. And we saw what happened last year in terms of the success they had, getting all the way to the championship game and winning it. That started for them. It was a process over 4 or 5 seasons.
Thunder going to go to 7-0 on the season. But a tough road trip coming up, as there's a nice reverse layup by Matkovic. Carlo Matkovic. So we got some road games coming up, Michael. We got the Clippers on Tuesday, and what is going to end up being a tough back-to-back. You got the Portland Trailblazers were playing much better basketball this year than last year. The Blazers on a back-to-back, so that's Clippers, Blazers, Tuesday, Wednesday back-to-back. Then you got Sacramento, and then you fly to Memphis. So you got a nice little 4-game road trip coming up against 4 Western Conference teams.
Well, man, you know, anytime you travel in the Western Conference, you know, it's never easy. You know, any night-to-night basis, all teams that struggled a season ago are playing better. You look at Utah. You're never worried about Minnesota. Obviously, the Clippers being the oldest team in the league, you know, they still got some big-time players, all-stars, and big expectations, you know, for them. And then you look at that Portland team. I mean, they're going to that has been building for them over the last couple of seasons. They got some young, exciting players on that team. Shaedon Sharpe, man, that guy is fun to watch. He's a high riser. Talk about, you know, finishing up that West Coast swing in Sacramento before heading back this way against the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, they were here last week. They came up with a big win a couple of nights ago in Milwaukee.
Get the effectiveness of that offense and the danger of that offense was on full display with all those guys and their ability to score. And there is Brandon Carlson's ability to get behind the three-point line. Mark Daigneault's already gone into the depths of his bench, and it looks like Willie Green is following suit here. Fears, space, no good on the three. He's had a solid shooting afternoon.
And this is another game, too, where Shea will not play in the fourth quarter. Allow those legs to get some valuable rest after being off for the last couple of days.
It's amazing what 2 days off will do. Michael, in the middle of an NBA season, it just doesn't happen very often. There is Chris Youngblood. And everybody says he's got the ability to be a knockdown shooter from the outside.
I believe it'll be his first 3 of his career. He scored already, folks, but he is fun to watch. We talked about him early in the broadcast on a 2-way contract with the Thunder. As a few other players have worked their way through that process. Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, and now Mr. Chris Youngblood as he knocks down the trifecta.
Thunder fans, if you ever miss a live game, you can catch up with game replays on the FanDuel Sports Network app. As soon as the final whistle blows, you can watch every highlight and every big moment in your choice of a 5, 10, or 15-minute condensed game. Download the FanDuel Sports Network app today. Well, the Thunder have done so well this afternoon. And it's time for today's Thunder Play of the Game, brought to you by Riverwind Casino. How about this? Just might as well give it to everybody. When you got 7 guys with 10 plus points for the first time this year. But really, Mike, you go back to the first quarter, and that's when this Thunder team jumped out to the early lead, jumped out to a 10-point lead. And there's NBA games more often than not where you get a lot of sway back and forth and teams go on runs. This has been a completely controlled game and really a dismantling by OKC from the opening tip. They came out with a mission and absolutely took it to the Pelicans.
Well, they did it by committee. And each guy, you know, put a brick in that foundation at some point in time. And obviously a little frustrated look on Williamson's face. Jay Will did a great job on him, not allowing him to just get in there and barrel through and make those easy buckets. But, you know, total team win this afternoon. He's happy to get that many guys in double figures. You know, certainly want to pass out as many game balls. Very deservedly so.
Collective effort on the assist. Youngblood again. This time he picks the other side of the floor. It's his second 3. What do you think of his stroke, Mike?
I like it. You know, go catch and shoot. You know, he's one of those guys. You know, he's got a long way to go in his career. That's a good thing because he's in the right situation with the Thunder, because the Thunder always develops their young talent, has a reputation of doing that, drafting well and developing those players that they draft, even though he was an undrafted player in young Chris Youngblood.
Nice to see him knock down 2 threes, maybe give him a little bit of confidence, and not that time on the third. as we come up on the 2-minute mark. This Pelicans team is going to go to 0-6. And Michael, in NBA history, no team has ever gone 0-6 and made the postseason. The Detroit Pistons last year went 0-4 and made the postseason. But no team has ever gone 0-6 and made the playoffs. Barnizer in transition. Showing some skill there with the nifty finish.
Yeah, that was a scoop-de-doo. I got to pull it out, man. Now, he scooped it. I got to see it again.
You went Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. He did a nice little scoop on that to avoid the shot blocking.
Nice little last-second adjustment. Carlson, high catch, high finish. Why not? Another assist number 33 in the game. Well, the Thunder won't be back in this building for over a week. The next time they're back in this building is going to be against the Golden State Warriors. And that's a hard foul. Since we've flipped the calendar to November.
The nice rookies are making their imprint on the game. Young blood with the trifecta. Look at this. Scoop-de-doo, man. Come on. Come on, man. Did he put it out there on the platter? Is that a platter when he put it at the end? He had it up there?
No.
It's not a platter. It looked like one to me.
No.
Like it was a
when you put it
combination.
on a platter, it's on a pass. You set the table for your teammate.
Well, what's the one where
and you got a nice napkin, you got a plate, you got the fork, the spoon, and the knife in the perfect place. That's the platter.
Man, I'm licking my lips. You're making me hungry here, man. You just where's the turkey then?
Well, man, it's gonna be right. Perfect time for you to go out and grab a nice steak dinner.
Absolutely.
Finish out the weekend strong.
That's right. We're gonna go home tonight, pack, and get ready for that week-long road trip that my partner was talking about.
Have you started to pack yet?
Have not started to pack yet.
Me neither.
No, I'm gonna probably start, maybe in the morning.
Are you a packer the day that you leave? I always do it the day before.
You do? No,
I like to. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to forget something.
I'm a day off. I've always been a day off.
Really?
Yeah. I can't put it together that fast.
30 seconds you're putting more pressure on yourself.
But I'm also a good saver. I save my money. I save my money. I just can't pack before we leave. The day before. Easy pack the day off. I can pack all day. Get everything right.
Well, this is a long one. You're going to have to pack for about 7 days. Because the Thunder are going to be a perfect 7-0 when they hit the road and take on the LA Clippers on Tuesday night. The third team in NBA history to start 7-0 in consecutive seasons. Houston did it in 94-95, and the Celtics did it in 64-65. And the Thunder keep New Orleans winless. The Pelicans are now 0-6, and the Thunder are 7-0 as they completely dominate the Pelicans here at Paycom Center this afternoon. 137-106.
Well, everybody, we talked about the 7 guys getting the game balls, certainly earning that. It was a total team win this afternoon. The steals, the fast break points, and the turnovers.
Well, Cason Wallace, speaking of turnovers, nobody's been stealing the basketball more than he has. But a collective effort, a team effort, top to bottom. And even with the Thunder missing some of their guys, still no Jalen Williams, Kenrich Williams, no Lou Dort, no Chet Holmgren. Thought the Thunder did outstanding defensively on Zion, keeping him neutralized, and the Thunder defense stepped up as Nick is standing by with Cason Wallace.
Cason, the team offense just seemed to flow so smoothly today. Tell me about the team's process on that end and how you guys were able to just get the job done possession after possession.
Yeah, I feel like we were very organized today. I mean, we had a lot of gaps and we punched all of them. Making extra passes for a better shot is something that we've been working on.
You played off the defense and you were a huge catalyst in that. 5 steals. What goes into your work and your preparation for a game like tonight where you're able to get so many steals?
Just being in the gaps. I mean, knowing the drivers and the hot shooters, just being able to, you know, keep them in front of us and execute our game plan.
You know, when most guys on this team dunk, everybody on the bench gives them the thumbs down. Tell me about that fast break and why I didn't see a single thumbs down from that bench on that one.
I don't know. They didn't decide to hate on me today, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had some good steals, and, you know, they celebrated after.
Another great finish to a homestand. Just tell me about playing here and what it means to be able to run through the finish line of this homestand.
We love playing here. You know, we got the fans behind us every time. They bring the energy. Yeah, we just love playing at home.
All right, thanks, Casey. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, the Thunder love playing at home. I don't think opponents love playing against Cason Wallace and his defense. And that pretty much sums it up. Team effort, team support, handshakes all around for this Thunder team who win the matinee 137-106 over the New Orleans Pelicans. For Michael Cage, Nick Gallo, our director Eric Date, our producer Steve Melton, and our entire production crew, I'm Chris Fisher. Our next broadcast comes your way Tuesday as the Thunder begin a 4-game road trip in LA versus the Clippers. Game time will be 10 p.m. with Thunder Live pregame beginning at 9:30. Stay tuned after the break as Paris Lawson and Royce Young join us to recap all of today's action on Thunder Live postgame.
Max wanted music.
support.